police brutality and the killing of George Floyd are not slowing down.
Yeah, CBS 2's Kara Finnstrom is live in downtown LA with a look at their continuing efforts. Kara, good morning.
Good morning, DeMarco. First off, there is heightened visible security behind us here at LAPD headquarters after what was really mainly a peaceful night. This morning, a number of different groups came out here to show solidarity between different ethnicities in the continuing call for police reforms. They just announced a car caravan protest, which will start Sunday at noon in Compton, saying many people who want to take part haven't yet because of COVID-19 concerns. Here's more of what we heard.
What you're witnessing, a dignified outrage of communities and peoples that are not willing to accept any longer this brutal treatment by the police towards our communities. People all over the world are joining in condemning this abuse of human rights to all the people of color.
Now to video shot last night, right before curfew arrests were made. A sheriff deputy took a knee alongside a young man and hugged him before he left. A short time later, curfew dispersal orders were repeated and dozens of protesters were arrested. Now, there has been growing debate over curfews in LA and other cities. Supporters say they've helped curb separate acts of looting. The American Civil Liberties Union is suing the county and the city of LA, saying its curfew suppresses protests. Let's go to the massive peaceful demonstration in downtown LA during the day. Thousands took part in a call for justice in the wake of George Floyd's death in Minneapolis. LA Mayor Eric Garcetti and the City Council are responding. They say they will take $250 million from every department in the city budget, including the LAPD, and redirect it to social programs to help minorities and the underserved. The mayor also temporarily prohibiting officers from entering names into a statewide gang database that's been criticized for falsely labeling hundreds of young men. And the independent civilian board that supervises the LAPD has announced a dozen reforms. And back here alive, Suzanne DeMarco, that includes a new special prosecutor to investigate claims of police brutality and abuse. So a number of reforms now announced in response, following up on all of these demonstrations.
All right, Kara, thank you for that report. Meanwhile, there was also a massive and peaceful demonstration in the heart of Hollywood last night. You can see that protesters took a knee at the intersection of Hollywood Avenue and Vine to remember George Floyd after their hours-long march. Afterwards, organizers talked about why it's so important for young people to take an active part in these demonstrations.
We want for more change, and change starts today. Right now, everybody to see us. Now, we've been angry, so now it's time for everybody to get to the table and talk. That's all it is, man, for the youngings. Because our generation, my predecessors, they were doing it. So now we're taking on the torch for the younger kids to have a much better life than we did.
All right, police began moving in to make arrests around 10 p.m. That's when the crowd quickly dispersed and no arrests were made.